video, I thought he was in
My
hospital.
missus thought you were in hospital when you.
Me
My
too.
My other bed downstairs is a lot bigger.
So your other bed downstairs?
My bed downstairs is a lot bigger.
You've got a bed downstairs?
Yeah, I have my room downstairs, and this is the attic. In case I bring anyone home.
Do you have a carer?
Are you telling me your mum's locked you in the attic?
No, I choose to be in the attic because my ex is right here.
So I'm going to start calling Quasimodo.
I come up here so I can video call Cal, but you know he's hiding today.
He is, but we've got Cal, we've got Aleks on in the corner there. I will rotate, but guys, listen. Tonight, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. We're going to. It's obviously it's my 50th birthday, and I just thought I'd bring the lads back on Friday night. Some of them, unfortunately, Kiam can't be here. Ryan's giving his little clap. So what we're going to do is there's no agenda tonight. It's going to be I'm going to literally throw it over to everyone who's on the channel. So thank you for coming on a Friday night. So we'll go in the top corner.
I was going to go out clubbing actually, but
yeah, of course you were.
Well, are we starting or ending with Martin singing "Happy Birthday"?
Oh no, God no more singing, please.
Can't wait for it.
So what we're doing is it's just an informal chat tonight, quick get together to say how is everybody doing since we last spoke a week ago, and obviously things have changed in the world, things have changed in football, things have changed in society over the last week, and things only seem to be getting worse at the moment, which is inevitable over the coming week or two. So I thought rather than me give it a specific agenda, we come on quickly for half an hour or so, and you guys can ask some questions of all of us, and I'm going to leave it up to you. It's going to be very informal. Well, wherever you want to go, I'll certainly just say no comment and edit it out anyway. But listen, we'll start off. Chris, you're looking very serious there, mate.
We'll start with Chris then.
You've not had the evening I've had, mate.
No, I know.
Was you doing something then? Are you sat in the toilet?
Who?
Oh, like you were concentrating a lot.
Right, we'll start with Chris. Away you go, mate.
I was on a little early shift today, so I was home for about 2:00.
Yeah.
And from 2:00 until the start of this Skype chat, I have been trying to do a Morrison's online order.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're joking.
Honestly, I was like up to here. Yeah, but
you got a date?
I've got one for tomorrow. But
how?
I don't ask me, mate. But
why are you so stressed out then? If you got one for tomorrow?
Because I've been waiting since 2:00. It just keeps like.
There is like 35,000 people online as she's doing
it. Yeah. So yeah, so 2 minutes before this podcast, mate, it went through finally. So happy now, bottle of wine, and a weekend off, mate.
It's got his toilet rolls.
Superb. Well, listen, Martin, how are you, mate?
I'm not too bad, brother. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I've got my bottle of champagne. I've got my glass.
I did look downstairs, but I had nothing.
I was going to open a bottle of champers on the vlog earlier, but the missus wouldn't let me use it.
Oh well, that's all right. We can save that for your 40th, which is
it's a
long way away.
Is that tomorrow? Is that tomorrow?
I thought it was 50.
You can't be cracking open the Asti, Martin.
Do you know, I totally forgot he was even in it.
Oh, he's there. He'll be coming on in a minute.
Scouting in the background.
He'll be coming on. Anyway, Ryan.
He's hiding.
Ryan's on. Yeah. Ryan, we'll see how you come out on this vlog. Hopefully this time we'll see you rather than your microphone.
Well, apparently I'm landscape this time.
Yeah, you are. It's the first time.
Yeah. I got up in the morning today, Andy. Are you proud of me?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I got up in the morning.
Andy.
No, the day that I think I filmed the thing, I had the happy birthday message. I tried to go to sleep around 2:30, couldn't get to sleep, get up around 5:30, and ended up going to sleep around 9 or 10ish in the morning, and waking up at around 4. So my sleep schedule's good, and WrestleMania's this weekend, so it's going to get even better.
He's sorting his circadian clock out into. He's ready for whatever,
Oh, well,
whatever it is.
Now,
WrestleMania,
SmackDown
WWE.
tonight, Mania Saturday, Sunday, Raw on Monday, and lots of FIFA in the meantime when
Right.
it's there.
Absolutely.
And Cardi.
Frank.
How did you used to
Absolutely.
watch wrestling?
Absolutely.
What
Frank.
do you mean you used to, Martin? You still talk to me about regular wrestling.
Oh,
whenever
it's
we
all
talk.
it's all coming
It's
out
coming out.
now.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Cal, you can confirm. this.
No, Cal, you can jump in here. Yeah, I'm gonna put. I know you're only audio, but I'm gonna bring you in
Yeah.
over Chris there. Go on, mate.
No.
Whoa, whoa,
No. What's going on? What's going on here, Cal? What's going
it's
on
not-
here
it's
with
not-
what we want to know, Ryan and Cal? We want to know about this WWE or wrestling chat, something or other that Martin gets involved in.
Hi,
We're-
Martin comes
we're
on the
on.
Discord.
Oh, does
Comes
he?
on the Discord and
Yeah,
talks
really?
about the wrestling.
He
Oh,
started-
really?
started-
Well, one of us has to use the Discord at some
Who's
point.
who's his favourite wrestler?
I'm not sure his favourite wrestler is. He likes The Fiend, but thinks he's been buried. Cal likes Aleister Black.
Andy hasn't
Martin,
got a clue who any of
Ma-
these are.
But Martin, surely you don't, if you used to watch the wrestling, surely you don't know who the current
Watch it
wrestler
because
is.
of it, lad.
Oh, anyway, listen before Martin. Very, very, very embarrassed. I'm gonna bring Tom in. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, just keep going as we have been for the last week and just carrying on as normal, really.
How's your hair? How's your glasses?
Oh, my hair. Right, we'll start with the hair. The hair's growing back, which is great, and I got a new pair of glasses, which is also
Yeah.
great. So it's going good.
It's not Jack Douglas anymore.
No, I've learned if I am going outside to wear a hard hat and some goggles if my sister's in the garden. That is what I've learned.
Superb. How are you, Cal?
I'm good. Not having football, people can moan, but I like that because I'm used to seeing everything get battered by everyone. That's quite fun. And it's quite good because for once there's no people in Liverpool, which is good. So
There's no. For once, there's nobody in Liverpool.
yeah, and the only good thing at the moment is listening to Liverpool fans cry that they're not winning the league. So
Oh, you're right.
Apparently, they're all still lining up for the parade somewhere, aren't they?
yeah, that's on my birthday.
Oh, Jesus. Well, anyway, Alex is on in Serbia. How are you, Alex?
I'm well. It's been a great day today. I managed to pass some exams in my uni.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Yeah.
Go on, give it him.
Let's do it.
Like me and Chris are having
I'm
our
also about to start. I'm also about to start my own podcast with a friend of mine. It's actually a music podcast. So once I upload the first episode on YouTube, I will put it up on Twitter. I just have to learn to cope with this copyright stuff. Don't want my video to get blocked or anything. Just a little bit concerned about my mom because she's stuck in the U.S. She's at my brother's place, and she can't come home because the border is closed completely. Everything is shut down, and she's basically just waiting for for a new arrival date, actually return date. So, yeah.
Are you managing to Skype her or speak to her on FaceTime or something?
Yeah. We chat on WhatsApp daily.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the best things when it comes to modern technology. We can chat every day. It's all good.
Well, it must be difficult over there, mate, because I know that you're in pretty. Well, your lockdown's a little bit more severe than ours, and obviously not having your mum around, and most of us haven't. The older ones haven't got our mums around and things like that, so it is a bit difficult, and we've just got to find ways around keeping in contact with them and making sure they're fine. So, right, like I said, this is over to you guys. It's a casual 30-minute chat. You can set the agenda. You can ask the questions you want. If they are very personal and we decide not to talk about it, we'll decide not to talk about it, and we'll say we'll say move on. So I'm going to bring Chris back in there, and you got Ryan and Cal will be off camera if it works when we put the video out, but sometimes it doesn't. You might see different people. It's just the way it is until people speak. So, Chris, I'm going to come back to you, mate. You can set the agenda. You've got a question, and your question is to everybody. You can talk about whatever you want, mate. Ask a question to anyone.
Well, cheers for that.
Well, I did put you in the corner because
You just put him onto the spotlight now.
I'll give you some time to think about it.
Well, I mean,
if you're not ready, I'll come to Martin.
No.
Martin always has questions.
Yeah, I suppose my only sort of question is, because it has been the talk of the week, has been what's everyone's thoughts on the season coming to an end in Belgium. Do you think we'll follow suit?
Okay, that is that's definitely one. That's definitely one. What I'm going to do, Chris, is for that question, I'm going to bring Ryan in first over you, and I'm going to come to Ryan first for the answer.
Right, I don't think it's ending. I like the money involved. It's just not going to finish this season. I think there's a much higher chance. Of what I think they might do is they've say the Euros have been cancelled, and when it's eventually safe, I don't think next season's going to happen. I think next season will get cancelled, and they will finish this season in its entirety going into next season. Martin is absolutely livid, shaking his head.
Well, welcome to Martin.
I think we'll finish the season during when next season should be happening.
Okay, all right. We're going to come to Tom. Tom, over to you, buddy.
Well, the thing is that what they've done in Belgium is you could see it as a fair way, because I don't know, in Belgium, is there only one league? Is there just one league in Belgium? Or is there two? I don't know if there's one or two leagues over there.
There's two, but there's one.
Two. So I don't know what they're doing about the relegation side of it, but what they've done with giving Bruges the champion.
I'll check while you're talking.
Yeah, what they've done with the Bruges side, I think it's fair in a way, because, like we've said, Liverpool do deserve the league, if we're talking about England as well. So I guess how they've done it is good, because it's not going to affect next season or the pre-season, and it's not going to be, so like what we're doing, 30th of April, they're going to delay that date, and we're still waiting, whereas they've just put it...
2 leagues.
Yeah. 2 leagues, okay, right then. So what they've done there is they've...
If you want to go into the Belgium amateur, but there's A and B.
Yeah, okay. So I think the Belgians have done it pretty well. Obviously, I think I think Juventus have said they're not willing to take the title at this point. I think that's what they've come out and said. But I think that the Belgians have done a pretty good job, because they've ended it how it should be, how it's finished, sort of thing.
Is the difference with the Belgian league, though, because obviously the winners are only one game left to go and 15 points clear. There is a bit of a difference between where we are in the Premier League, with, albeit, Liverpool only have to, in theory, win 2 more games if City were to lose the 29th game or something like that. But they're 50, in the Belgium league, they're 15 points clear with 1 game to go. It's absolutely, they're officially they've already breached the mark for winning the Belgium league. Like Liverpool, let's say City were 25 points, 30 points, 40 points behind. You would say, well, nobody can catch them. They're already hit the mark of being champions in the Premier League. So it would make sense from that point of view, I guess. But, okay, I'm going to rotate. I'm going to bring Chris in down there. And I'm going to go to Martin next before I come to Cal.
Totally disagree. I think it will be ended. What's happened in Belgium, I think, is right. Like I said earlier, they have a playoff system, so theirs is a little bit different from what I've read. They have a playoff or something. So, and I think, and you got to remember, the money in the Belgian league is not the Premier League, is it? Or La Liga, or Serie A, or anyone else.
Yeah, it's nothing like it.
Yeah, so I don't think they've got as many legal battles they'll have to go through. The thing that worries me is, they've said today there's going to be no football in May, basically. So then we're into June. I listened to Talk Sport earlier on, and there was a reporter from the Times on, and he said legally players cannot be forced to stay in their contracts. If their contract breaks on the 30th of June, they can legally walk away. Clubs can do nothing about it. And they've said they can throw as many lawyers and everything. They've said legally, it's like they were talking about the wage structure. How they're saying players should be taking a cut, a percentage of their wage drop.
But that might be a different. That might be a question that maybe somebody else wants to ask. So let's stick with the original question, just in case, and then come back later in case somebody asks that.
I think it will be null and voided, because I think we'll get to a stage where it will just get too late, and I think they will have to start next season. They will have to be just on players' contracts. They're going to have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be you're going to be finishing a season with players without players that are now, should I say, there'll be players leaving, like David Silva. David Silva, for example, after the 30th of June, does legally not have to play for Manchester City anymore if he does not want to do. City cannot force him. But if you're going to finish the season, technically you should still be playing, shouldn't you? You're just opening up avenues.
Yeah, but technically it won't be if the season don't resume after the 30th of June.
Yeah.
So, okay, Cal, what are your thoughts, mate?
Well, I think it should be stopped, but I don't think they will stop it, because I think if you look at the Premier League, they've come up with all these solutions to like go around it. Like I read on Sky Sports that they want to go to China because the virus died down in China and they want to play it there, because they're looking at all these different solutions. And I think the Serie A didn't look at one solution. They said play it behind closed doors first, and then it got worse, and they said, no, we're not risking no one's lives. The Premier League they've risked Manchester City players' lives, the Manchester City staff lives. They've risked loads of Arsenal players, loads of West Ham players. They've risked a lot of players' lives. And come on, it's the Premier League. They don't care about us. They don't care about no one but money. All they care about is, making their pocket bigger. And that's what they're doing. And I think it's going to be a wrong decision from them, but I do think it will continue. I think it'll start around June, July time. And then I think we might have a big transfer window from December to February maybe next year, or December to March maybe next year or something like that.
Well, I mean, it's interesting when you look at that, and obviously the whole debate surrounding the Atletico versus Liverpool game, which, when you look back in hindsight's a wonderful thing. You look back at that going, how the hell have we allowed that to go on? When you look at the Cheltenham Gold Cup week, and you look at that and go, oh, hold on a minute, football's not on, and yet we've got 40,000 people all next to each other. How the hell has that gone? You then go back and listen to reports by Italian medical professionals who say that Atalanta game, the medical professionals in Italy said, don't be surprised if every single person who was at that game is infected with the coronavirus, and it's just absolutely mental that we could even conceive in my opinion, to put anybody in harm's way when we have no idea in my opinion, we have no idea where this is going and how long it's going to take.
Can I just add on to my point here as well? I was worried.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I thought really, because when the virus first started coming, the news, and they've changed their opinion on it now, but the news and the government were making out saying it can only really affect people with underlying health conditions and old people. But we've seen there was a 33-year-old mother today, or 34, that passed away, and she had no underlying health conditions. She went in the gym every day. She was really fit and healthy, and she passed away from it. And let's be honest, it's going to take, and it sounds weird, but it's going to take, I think, if a big footballer does die from it in the Premier League, that's what will end it. But if nothing like that happens, I don't see the Premier League saying this is it. I think they'll just try and continue it.
My point is with this, isn't it? It doesn't matter how fit you are, and it doesn't matter. I mean, and if the argument is if you're young and fit and healthy, you can catch the virus and you'll be okay, and probably 99% of those people will be okay, and the very 1% might not be, like that young poor girl and things like that happen. But it's not about just you catching it. It's about you passing it on to other people. It's about the infection of individuals and what they do with the infection, not necessarily about does it affect you because you're young and fit and healthy. It's about what are the dangers of you passing it on to other people that are vulnerable, susceptible to it, you know, and that's... So I'm going to come to you, Alex. Your thoughts on this?
I do hope that this move will trigger the rest of Europe. I think every league should be cancelled, and just like you guys said, null and voided. I don't think that it should be. I'm now gonna retract my words that I said in the first Friday Night Social. The league won't be back in May. Not a fucking chance. So it seems like this coronavirus is not taking any breaks. It's just taking people every day, also young people as well. So I do hope that the Premier League will be cancelled. And, you know, let's face it, you'll always have winners and losers. I mean, if we cancel the league today, you know, Sheffield United are clearly the winners, and also a couple of other teams that are just outside the relegation zone. Liverpool would be winners as well. Let's say Man City. And some of them would lose, but you know that's life. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Okay, right. I'm going to bring Tom in.
Yeah,
with Alex there. So Tom, I'm going to bring Martin into here as well. So Tom, question from you, buddy.
I'm going to slightly cheer up the mood a little bit and have a bit of a laugh here, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
So what is your all-time worst Man City 11? And for you, Cal, it can be Everton 11. The worst 11.
You could have prepped us for this one, mate.
Fine, and worst player then. Worst player? Do you want to do that instead?
I'll give you the 11. It's
Yeah,
quite
okay.
easy for me.
I can give you an 11. I can give you.
Yeah, so I'll leave it down to you. If you want to do an 11, do an 11, or if you want to do a few.
I tell you what, we'll come back to that question at the end.
Okay, that's fine.
So that we can write down some.
Could have that golden question. That'd be perfect.
Well, we could do. We'll do that at the end, so I can get my pen out and I can start writing some names down. Because I'm sure we'll come up with something and go, oh God, I forgot about him, or I forgot about it, and we'll probably do that anyway. So that's a good question. Hold that one. We'll come back to that one at the end. So I'm going to go to Martin. Your question.
Well, generally, my question is,
what would be the price for Gabriel Jesus?
Generally, my question is, pause, think about it. Let me think what question I'm going to...
Why are you all nasty to me?
Go on, Martin. We believe in you. Come on. Martin.
It's one of those, isn't it? The smallest violin in the world, and it's playing just for you.
A lot of people say that. I don't know why. Anyway.
We're waiting for that song.
Who is... It's a little bit similar to Tom's. Name your worst Manchester City manager. Not your best, your worst, and why.
What do I say?
Well, I'll let you choose Everton. Obviously you can do Everton.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Cal. I'll bring you in. Everton. Seeing as though Peter Reid replied to me the other day on Twitter.
Oh, I was waiting for this.
I was very, very pleased. I love Peter Reid. So I was very made up. So go on, Cal. Can you think of? I know you're a lot younger than most of us. So
yeah. So since I've been alive.
And you probably nowhere near the amount of managers that we could name at Man City, but at Everton, who would be your worst manager?
Oh, definitely since I've been supporting us. This is a weird one, but Roberto Martinez.
What?
And people are gonna think why? You know, he finished fifth in his first season, but it was like he tried playing tiki-taka football, like Barcelona football with Antoine Alcaraz and Leighton Baines and Distan and all that, and it just didn't work. And then after that, I have seen some of the worst performances under him. And I know people will say, oh, what about Silva? But to be fair, Silva had, like, excuses, you can say. Like, he had a lot of injuries with, like, the defensive mids. Both the holding midfielders have been out all season in Gomez and Gbamin. and he's had a lot of attackers out, but Martinez just had he had this passing, like a bit of a Pep Guardiola, but the Aldi version, like the Aldi version of Pep, where nothing worked. And I remember thinking, we're going to win.
You know what, I have a soft spot for him because I met him at that charity event that I did the video for Man City Fan TV, and he was a lovely.
Yeah, but it was just I
know. I'm sorry, I can't. But you're an Everton fan, so I mean, you've got to go with you.
How's Sam Allardyce got away with that then?
Because to be fair, Sam Allardyce.
How has Sam Allardyce got out of that then?
Someone Mike Walker's got out of that.
Because we said since I've been alive.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Allardyce.
Let's bring him back in.
Allardyce wasn't too bad, to be fair, for us, because he came in and took us from 16th, 17th to 8th, and he was only. We knew we weren't going to have him for 6 months, 5 months. So, but Martinez, he finished 5th, and then second season he brought in better players, and somehow we ended up getting beat 7-3 on aggregate by Dynamo Kiev. And then getting beat by Norwich and Leicester on the opening days. It was a horrible time under him. I really hated I felt kind of out of love with Everton under Martinez.
Really? Wow. That's a massive surprise. Right. Okay. We'll go to another young gun. We'll go over to Tom. And this is the difference. It's like we're talking about people who can't really, Pep. Pellegrini, Mancini, Sven. Go on, Mark. Go on. You can crack on with Mark.
I know what you're going to choose.
Right. For me, it's Stuart Pearce. That was my first season ticket year, and I saw 10 goals at home all season.
Oh my lord!
That was the first game. That was my first season. And at that point, I could have turned around to my dad and said, "I don't like this anymore." But
you're still a City fan.
Yeah. So when people say I'm younger and they say, "Oh, you've only seen good," I always have the Stuart Pearce 10 goals at home supporting me in that one. So yeah, he's the worst one for me.
I'm sure there'll be plenty that might actually agree with you. Right, well...
sorry, we're
going to come to Martin.
Caretaker managers?
No, just a manager.
That changes it then.
Just a manager. Right, Ryan, on to you.
Probably Mark Hughes, because I just really dislike him as a person. Just Mark Hughes, just dislike him.
Why?
I just that, but I just don't like him. He's just not. I don't like him. He's not very nice. He doesn't play inspiring football.
I said on the.
I just dislike him.
I said on the 125th anniversary, the documentary that we did for the channel, and I said that I took my lads to when they were young, when Mark Hughes was the manager. I took them to the Etihad tour, and they were, I don't know. They were 5, 6, 7, something like that. And I was chatting to the guy who was taking us around on the tour, and we were actually doing the usual sitting in the manager's seats taking photos. And I was chatting to him while my wife was taking pictures of the lads. And I said, "So what's Mark Hughes like?" And he went, "Nobody likes him around the club. The staff don't like him. Nobody likes him." And I went, "Why?" And he went,
I feel he's more justified.
He doesn't like the players talking to the staff or the people. And when we say staff, I'm not talking about physios. I'm talking about the general staff. He don't like that. He likes everyone to be, he don't let on. He don't say hello. He don't do nothing. And I thought, my God, really? And he went, "Honestly, I don't know anybody at the club that likes him. Not a person. That the general people. I'm not talking about the players and the main interim staff and everything else." But yeah, it's interesting you say that. But and he always planted that in my mind because I didn't want him at City anyway. I didn't like Mark Hughes because he was
disappointed in the when he got appointed because I didn't like him anywhere. And
I didn't like him.
His time as boss didn't help.
I didn't. I didn't particularly like him as a manager, full stop, and I didn't want him at City. But hey, okay, Martin.
Say that Steve Coppell.
Ooh, okay. Why?
because I've had longer sleeps than I have had him with his managerial tendencies. Now, I think he's an absolute bottle case. I think he walked into the job, realised what it was. I won't swear. Crapped himself.
Are you sure?
And disappeared. No, I'm not going down the rumour route of ball boys and everything else that there was. I'm not going down that road because I think you can all open conspiracy theories on it. We've all heard them, but I just think I think he bottled it. I think he walked in, took one look at it, bottled it, and jumped ship straight away. And I've no time for anyone who has no bottle to even hang around for longer than a month.
Okay, Chris.
Stuart Pearce is on my shortlist, as is Steve Coppell.
Yeah.
So good choices there, and Tom, you have my ultimate respect, mate, for what you endured in your first season. I've also got Jimmy Frizzell. Didn't like him. Most of you don't remember him, but the one I don't dislike the bloke. I hated him as our manager was Alan Ball. I thought his football.
How dare you?
Rest in
Sorry,
peace.
mate. Yeah, rest in peace. But his tactics were abysmal, and I don't know if he ran out of ideas or what, but he just dreadful football. Passed the ball to Kincladze, 6 players around him. There were players in space everywhere. Still passed the ball to Kincladze. It was dreadful, mate. And my first ever, my first ever, but I went to Sellers Park for the first time, I think it was, in a 3 or 4-0 defeat to Wimbledon, and it was awful to watch. Right, it was I just remember stood there. We were singing, singing away, but it was probably the worst game of football I have ever seen City play. And if I could have got my hands on Alan Ball, we'll say no more.
I mean, nearly escaped relegation though as well. We went down in goal difference.
I have a picture of Alan Ball in my room.
Wasn't there a song that City fans sung along to the Wonderwall tune? Yeah. No more Alan Ball. Yeah, my dad was telling me about that the other day.
It was at the beginning, and after all, you're my Alan Ball.
Oh, yeah, it was originally.
and then they changed it after.
No more Alan Ball, wasn't it?
I think, if you ask kindly, I think Martin will sing it.
No, Martin, please, mate.
We'll leave that to the end.
I agree. I'd have said Alan Ball, but. He signed, no, he didn't, but Kincladze was there, so I couldn't throw Alan Ball.
Right. Alex, did we ask you?
No, not yet.
Go on, mate.
As you guys know, I haven't been a City fan for many, many years, so I haven't really seen those dark days, but I have managed to watch some older clips.
Yeah.
And I have to also say Stuart Pearce. I do find him interesting as a person. He seems really funny, but the football that Man City played at that time was funny as well. And I also remember when I started actually watching football for the first time, it was, I think, 2005, 2006. I was basically just, playing FIFA. I wasn't really rooting for any teams. And I do remember that I didn't like Manchester City back then. Probably because of him, that period was kind of, it was silly. So, but I do like him as, as an individual, and I like his accent as well. So
you like his accent?
Yeah, it's great. It's a Cockney one, a true Cockney, I guess.
You wouldn't like his tackles, that's for certain. But anyway. Right, everyone's had an answer to that one, I'm guessing. I think yes. Yeah. So who did we start off with? I've lost track here. I'm trying to make a note. Who asked the first one? Martin asked the first one. Who asked that one?
That was Martin. It was Chris asked the first
one.
Chris
was the first
one. Chris and then me.
So Chris and Martin have asked theirs. I'm going to come to Tom. Tom, it's your question, mate.
I was the one at the end about the worst.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So we'll come to. Right, we'll bring in Sleepy Boy. Come on, Sleepy Boy. What's your question?
Wakey.
Whoa, hi. Hello. Well,
he was watching his wrestling then.
Good evening.
No, the wrestling doesn't start for another 3 hours.
Go on then. What's your question?
So my question is going to be to Tom specifically. because we know that he's the big fan of the Harry Kane. Look at him
Really?
grinning.
But Harry
Why are you
Kane,
not choosing Haaland?
I'm not
Oh.
asking who we should sign because we know he wants Kane, but we just want to find out why he wants Kane. Why does he really want Kane?
why do I want Harry Kane?
Why do
Okay.
you really want Harry Kane?
Right then. So basically, I look at it as a person who's experienced, who's gets the goals, and who could replace Sergio Aguero without looking bad. All right. If you look at Harry Kane, he gets over 15 goals every single season. He's always up there with Aguero for the Golden Boot.
He
He's
always
an
gets
English.
15 goals on the fucking whatever it's called, injury table.
Yeah, the thing is though, Aguero's had his injuries in the past. You know what I mean?
Not
You know
to
what
that
I mean?
extent. Last
Yeah, but-
4 seasons, Kane's had 52 games on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sidelines with
That's
injury.
because of his manager, though.
Almost
exactly.
300 days. 300
Yeah,
days
but you look-
injured in 4 years.
You look
There's
at
a
Harry
stats
Kane, yeah.
battle.
He's their number one man. He's the only striker that they've got. He's playing every single game, every single competition, because they've got no other good striker. Whereas you look at us, we've got Jesus, Aguero gets rested.
They
and-
usually look better with Son.
Yeah, exactly.
You
But
don't win.
exactly, Cal.
They don't win because they have no defence. They have
See-
the second worst defence in the league.
The thing is, what Kane is a striker that, if you look at his injury rate, yeah, he's been injured a lot, but his injuries have been because of, if like the Champions League final, for instance, he'd been out for 3 months. And let's be honest, if that was Pep would say, do you know what, we'll drop you, we'll bring on like Gabby Jesus, even put Sterling there, give you like, bring on the second half. Poch went, no, let's start him in the big game. His first game back against against one of the best teams in the world in Liverpool. Even though I hate to say it, but they are one of the best teams. And look at him, he was non-existent for 90 minutes, and then this season he done something to his ankle, came back, and then pulled his hamstring, and then done his ankle in again. It's the managers that do him in.
Right,
He
okay.
still has
I'm-
a recurring injury problems though. No.
Okay, I'm going to just jump in very quickly because we need to wrap this up shortly, and we've still got some people who still need to ask a question. So I'm going to go, Alex, yes or no? Harry Kane, just a yes or a no?
Yes.
Tom?
100% yes.
Martin?
No.
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. Cal, if you were a City fan, yes or no for Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. We're on.
He wouldn't take him at Everton though.
Hold
Richarlison.
on. Cal, your question to
Here we
everyone
go.
else.
Do you want
Good
Tom
as Cal's
Davies?
accent.
No. If you could have one player in
Yeah.
Man
Oh, God.
City's team from any era in football, who would that one player be?
Wow. Okay, we're going to go through this and very quickly because obviously we've been on for nearly 40 minutes already. It was only supposed to be 40 minutes. So I'm going to start off with Alex and then I'm going to go to Chris. So Alex, if you could take one player from any area to be in this Man City team, who would it be? That's Cal's question.
Didier Drogba.
Didier Drogba. Oh, wow. That's a real...
Look at Ryan.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, no. Here comes the
Okay.
debate.
We might come back to that in a minute. Chris.
I'm loving his reaction.
This is a really tough question, isn't it? I think Johan Cruyff. I think.
Oh, you bugger.
I think,
Oh, Nick Sandys.
Oh,
I think if it's not Cruyff, probably Zidane. I don't know.
you just think he's next.
Messi, Ronaldo. I don't know. No, I think I'd go Cruyff.
You've just nicked all Andy's top 5.
He has, bastard. Okay, fair enough. Tom.
Alan Shearer, based on how many goals he scores. You look at how many goals, 260 goals. He's a goal scorer. He wants goals, and I think that'd be perfect in a City side.
Wow. Oof. Interesting. Go on then, Ryan, before you fall asleep. Go on, mate.
Harry Kane.
Ramos.
Just
'cause
waking him up with my choice.
Ramos, because we need a centre back.
Ramos.
Yeah, we need a centre back
That's actually
desperately.
That's actually a pretty.
Plus, I said Cruyff on the "Who are you" thing for that kind of
Oh yeah,
question.
you did. I think you did.
But
Yeah, you're right.
Now we'll go with Ramos.
Ramos is a pretty decent shout. Martin.
Old Ronaldo.
What a player. What a player.
Him in this Pep team.
Wow. When he's fit.
Oh.
Or he's not having his fits and doing his nonsense or whatever he's doing. But what a player.
Or he's not sat in a burger bar.
Yeah. He was some serious player. Okay. I'm going to bring Alex in for you, Martin. Go on then, Alex.
With my question, I actually have 2 questions, but
no. Sorry. My apologies. What was your answer to? Have you answered?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Sorry. Drogby, that was it. Sorry, my apologies. It was Cal. Sorry, I should have brought in Cal.
Just look at Ryan. Please take a print screen.
One player I could take from any era. To be honest, anyone with 2 legs to get into our team because they're all rubbish. Do you know what? This is a weird one, but Roy Keane, because he had a set of bollocks on him.
You know what? Yeah.
He just beat up your entire team.
No, and that's the problem with Everton. I think we lack that heart and that passion, and he has that, and he'd get the players, and no players turning on to him and telling him to stop.
You're talking about in an Everton team.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank God you said that. Chris.
There's no need to lower the tone. I swear on this podcast, Cal. That's disgraceful behaviour. His name should never be mentioned. What a scumbag. Alfie Haaland.
Don't mention Haaland with Ryan
No.
on
Oh.
Who's not had to
Chris.
say? Who's not had to say anybody, or is it just
You.
me? Oh, well, mine was Cruyff. I'll tell you what. Then somebody said Ramos. Ryan, you said Ramos. I thought that's a great shout. At top of his game, what a wonderful player. But you know what? I'm going to go for somebody else who can play centre back and left back, which is what we need at the moment. And what a player I'm going to give you.
Danilo.
Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, Maldini.
Well,
I thought it was going to be that or a bit or Carlos.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So which one you were going to go with them?
He's too attacking. For me, what a player. Could play centre back and left back. And Chris took mine, which was Cruyff. Under a pet team would be phenomenal. But I'm going to go for Paolo Maldini.
Do you know, Andy?
What a pro. What a pro.
I put on the vlog earlier, I was driving into work this morning on TalkSport. They said when Maldini and Baresi played together, they played 196 games together, but only 23 goals conceded.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
My next point was going to be if we didn't have a Fernandinho in the team and we didn't have it, I would have Baresi and Maldini, both of those, because there were 2 phenomenal players. Maldini was just pure class, absolute class. But some good shouts there.
made by Carlo Ancelotti.
What's that?
He was made by Carlo Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti.
God.
I think did Carlo Ancelotti not play with Maldini?
I think he did, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
I think he did, and Baresi. So that's how far we're going back. Right, okay.
Farts.
Good question, that. Good question. Was that Cal's question?
Yeah.
Good question, buddy. Right, Alex, I'm going to bring you in for Cal, and I'm going to say, what's your question, mate? Let's keep it quick because we need to go.
Oh, I'm not sure if this question is a short one, but
It has to be
Name
short.
me-
It has to be
name
short.
Andy wants his cake.
I've got to go.
Okay, then.
I've got my wife going, what are you doing? Go on. So we need to crack on.
what club do you have a soft spot for, and why?
Good question.
And
Okay.
obviously, it doesn't
No,
have to be Premier League. You know,
We'll just go for it. We'll just go for that. Right, we're going for it. Chris.
Used to be Stockport until we played him in the league. No, actually, so when I was about 18, I think I moved towards London at that age, and I worked in a hotel with a guy who was a Celtic fan, and he took me to a couple of Old Firm games, and I took him to a couple of Manchester derbies, and I loved going to Celtic Park, and I always thought that the Manchester derby was on another level until I went to an Old Firm game. So, and it's probably going to divide half the nation here, but yeah, Celtic are my the team that I follow.
Really?
Oh.
Rangers.
Shouldn't you be a Man United fan?
Anyway, we'll move on. Tom.
Well,
Who's
Well,
your
not that
second team or a team that you like?
well, this is only pretty recently, bearing in mind we've had no football. So I'm going to the Belarusian League and Dynamo Minsk. Dynamo Minsk. They're a great team. They won 2-0 today. All right.
I knew exactly where that was going.
They won 2-0 today. Okay, against Torpedo Belazadino. Okay, it was a great game. It was an absolute great game.
God.
I don't really go for second teams, but Dynamo Minsk, and it's the only football on at the moment, so they're a great side.
Tremendous.
Okay, I'm glad you pronounced it properly. Anyway, Alex, on to you, mate.
This is gonna be very, very controversial. I'm gonna say Tottenham Hotspur.
Anybody
No.
from 1981 is gonna kill you.
I know.
Can't
No,
choose
it's
another
probably
English
because of the recent
Can't use the
times.
You know what? Go on. I'm gonna bring Martin in. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put you out. I'm gonna have to.
Isolation.
You're going definitely into isolation.
Training with the
Spurs?
Wow.
At least I don't
Wow.
have any Real Madrid kids. Sorry.
I thought Chris was bad with his Celtic.
Right. Go on then, Martin. We have to be quick. My missus. is-
Ajax.
If you say Liverpool now,
No, Ajax.
Ajax. I thought it was Chelsea.
Well,
No.
Chelsea's my number one team, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Season ticket holder at Chelsea.
Yeah. Ajax. Okay, Ryan.
FC Cologne. As soon as I have the money, I'm going out to watch them. So watch every game.
What? It's
Okay.
not Carlisle.
FC Carlisle. That's what he said. Right
I
there,
thought it was gonna be Real Madrid.
Cal.
Mine's a weird one, Benfica.
Benfica.
Because they people forget they were the best, and I just
They're like from Portugal.
Yeah.
No,
That's a
to be
lie.
fair,
You love
yeah.
PSG.
I do love PSG, but to be fair, I have a girlfriend who
Adore
watches
PSG.
and I started watching Benfica for that, and the one player, and I know Ryan knows because I absolutely adore him, and every time we bring up a football debate, I always mention him as Peasy, because he's just everything about him.
Is he easy?
Easy like Sunday morning.
No, easy. Is he peasy? Easy peasy. Anyway, that went over your head. Mine is Stockport County. I followed them right through the 96 season when they went all the way to the semi-finals of the League Cup to Middlesbrough. Followed them all the way to that with a load of guys in the pub where I used to live in High Lane, and they were half. Yeah, it was, and big Super Kevin Francis.
Yeah.
They were half City fans, half Stockport County fans in the pub, and we used to follow. They used to come with us to Main Road, and we used to follow County on the run and everything else. So for me, it's Stockport County. I know there's a bit of things there with City, but I had a great year following them with a load of County fans. So right, okay, on to the last thing, which was Tom.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to have to be really quick with this, so I'm not going to go through a whole team.
yeah, just do one player.
Just
I've
one
got all
player.
my 11.
Right,
Wrote
that's
them all
fine.
down.
That's fine. If you want to reel them off, Martin, you go first and reel them off 1 to 11 as quick as you can. We have
Andy Dibble,
okay.
Mangala, Alan Kernahan,
Just going to tip mine off. Hold on.
Ray
Yeah,
Ingram, Darren Wassell, Neil Heener, Tony Sculler, Jim Whitler, Fernando, Barry Conlon, and I had to go with Jerry Craner. I nearly chose Joe, but I had to choose Jerry Craner.
Where's Sterling? Because you hate Sterling.
Oh God.
And Sane. And the Stones.
You don't
God.
understand the crap I've seen, mate.
Did you say Jim Whitley?
Yeah.
I've got a full team as well. I wrote mine earlier. If
I think that's a bit harsh, personally. But anyway,
I've got the modern worst 11.
you're gonna have to be quick.
I think
You're gonna
Jim
have
got
to
Jack.
shush. Get through it quick.
Richard Wright,
Go on.
Maicon Boyata, John Stones, Mangala, Fernando Rodwell, Nolito Sinclair, and Bonnie and Rocky Santa Cruz.
Rocky Santa Cruz is in mine. Yeah. Who else did you say? Did you say Maicon?
Yeah.
He was in mine. Yeah.
Where's Scott Carson there?
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to come to Ryan.
What? Demichaelis, I absolutely hate his guts. Also, Cal check messenger.
Oh no.
Oh, what?
Demichaelis was class.
No, he was not.
It was.
I would rather pay for coronavirus than I would pay to watch him.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Absolutely terrible. I
Right.
hated his
All
guts.
right, got out of here. Right, Alex.
I'm gonna pick one player as well, and that's Mangala.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, yeah, Mangala's on mine. Right, Cal.
Jesus, there's a lot of them.
Well, just give me one. Who's the worst Everton signing you've ever seen?
Francis Jeffers.
Oh,
No.
really?
It's the absolute first season looked like we were going to get something incredible, and then no, just decided to be awful for us. Him or Niassi, or Umaniassi, probably actually. Umaniassi is probably the worst signing we've ever made.
Wow. Okay. Well, I had all sorts. I had players like you said. I had Santa Cruz on there, Mangala, Berta Glauber. We had Jack Rodwell.
Yeah, I said
You're welcome.
George Weah, Lee Bradbury, Lawrence Chavert. I had Jerry Carini, I had Barry Conlon, Joe, Christian Ngui, Matteo Biota, and I had a load of others. But anyway, it's all about opinions. But anyway, listen, that's it tonight. I want to say a massive thank you. Bring you guys back in to say
Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin. Quickly.
Yeah, Martin, it's your time.
Come on, we need to do it.
Martin.
Whack on the music.
What?
Quickly.
You said, remember,
Am I doing it on
you
my
said,
own?
I'm
Yeah.
going to be telling Helen it's your fault.
Happy birthday. I'm not doing this on my own.
Come on, then.
you
Come on.
are. You said,
Happy birthday
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
dear Andy.
That is shocking. Stop.
Happy
Stop.
birthday
Stop.
to
He's not going to be able to edit that out.
Listen,
hooray.
guys, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's a Friday night social, not one that we normally do. It's just a quick one. But anyway, thank you. Shut your face, you. Chris, thanks for coming on, buddy. Stay safe, mate.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming on, and thank you for your messages.
Can I just say as well, I didn't get a chance to pick my 11, but most of them were chosen.
Oh,
anyway.
sorry.
That's
I
all right.
apologise.
I do feel very.
Give me a one.
I do feel very strongly about Nigel Clough. Right? What a you know what.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's a one I missed off my list. Wow, that's a good shout, buddy. Nigel Clough.
Scored a winner against Newcastle.
Hey, that's going to cause some controversy when people watch this back. Nigel Clough. Ooh. Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming on. Stay safe, mate. Whatever you
Cheers,
do.
mate.
Thank you. Ryan, going to bring you in. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Thank you for the message.
I can go back to sleep now.
You can. Right, you bugger off and go to sleep. Tom.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate. You stay safe. Alex, thank you, mate, for your message. And safe over there, whatever you're doing. And I hope you're keeping... Spurs. Absolutely. Yeah, well, keep in contact with your mum. Keep speaking to her. And as for... I'll speak to you tomorrow anyway. Thank you very much, mate, for your video. I do appreciate it. And Kiam, wherever he is. But guys, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. It's a bit of a stupid one tonight. We just wanted to get together, say hello, find out what everyone's up to, and there's no structure to this one tonight. It's just a bit of a laugh. Friday night, it's my birthday. I need to go because my wife is going mental. So anyway, take care.
We might never see you again.
I know. Cal, thank you for your message, buddy.
Thank you. You too, man.
Stay
safe, everyone.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next week for another Friday social. It will be more structured.
I'd just like to point out, I just got a message off Cal saying he left me out on Messenger.
Who did?
Cal just messaged me on Facebook saying he left me out.
Oh, Cal, I won't leave you out, buddy. I just let you know that. No. Yeah, bless him.
We love you, really.
Should we get rid of him and send him to bed?
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
I mean, his
causing
camera
trouble.
works. He's just hiding.
I know he is. But listen, guys, take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon. One thing I do want to say is if you haven't watched Martin's brilliant vlog earlier, watch it because tomorrow, as we know, should have been the Grand National. Now, if you don't know about it, ITV are actually taking our idea of Man City Fan TV and they're running a virtual Grand National with all the
Sue
Grand
them.
National horses.
I should have got copyright on that.
Yeah, get a copyright on them.
I think theirs might be a bit different, a bit more, maybe more real with the names of the horses.
And they've run it
Before.
before.
On ITV.
No, it's on ITV, but it is actually, no, in all fairness, it is actually the names of the horses that would have been running tomorrow. So they're going to do it, and they are doing it for charity for the NHS. So if anybody wants to go over and watch it, please go over and watch it and support the NHS Charity Foundation. Alistair Mann of Manchester City fame, he is actually commentating because he was the one who set this up, and he's got permission from the Jockey Club and the betting companies to do this. So Alistair Mann will actually be on ITV doing the live voiceover commentary of the virtual Grand National 2020. But what I wanted to say was, if you're not a subscriber of Hot Mic, HOTMIC, go over .io, go over and download it, because tomorrow we're going to be doing a live watch along of the virtual Grand National 2020, and you have got me instead of Alistair Mann calling the runners and riders home on Man City Fan TV. So, but that's going to be run through our usual live stream, but it is going to be run via Hot Mic. And if you want to join in, then please go over to Hot Mic, download the app on your phone or wherever, and then join us when it's live. And I'll be calling in. There should be no lags or anything in it. They're telling me all phones will be synced with mine. And we'll be doing our usual, just like a watch along, we'll be doing our usual watch along, but this time it's going to be the Grand National, a virtual racing tomorrow on ITV. So there's no copyright issues or anything like that. There'll be no audio, no video, just my voice, and you guys can watch the virtual watch along of the Grand National 2020 wherever you are in the world, because you can download it, no problem, and access it. It's free source for everybody. So it is all for the NHS, and I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who supported our charity race the other night. And I want to say a massive thank you to all the, not only the NHS workers, but the other people, all the frontline staff, the police officers, prison officers, people who are, you know, coming and taking your bins, the people who are cleaning the streets. Everybody is equally as important as each other in these times of needs, and the people are putting themselves at risk by going out there and continuing their daily lives. So we want to say at Man City Fan TV a massive thank you. So guys, a big one.
Did that. God.
A big one to everybody. So guys, take care. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell icon. We'll be back tomorrow for the ITV Grand National virtual racing at 5 o'clock. We'll be on probably about 4:45. So come in, join, Hot Mic, and you'll see us then. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Hey.